Now, the only thing I really know about this game is that it has fucked up animals doing fucked up animations. That's it. And that was good enough for me. That was it. That's all I needed. So, we're going to learn a lot about life. And how life began. And what it means to exist and be a fucked up animals. There's a button to think. Why am I here? Huh. Am I in space, or am I like a little one-celled organism? So, okay, what's the meaning of this? Okay. These are the things that allow you to become sentient. Ego simulator. Hey, I get that reference. Who am I supposed to be? Look at me. Who am I supposed to be? I guess I'm a deer. Or a buck. So whatever any of that was, I'm now an animal. And if you've never seen this game, get ready for the best thing pretty much ever. This is how animals move in this game. Yep. Sorry, I'm a Rocky Mountain elk. I thought it was a buck. Hello, other animals. I'm here to, I'm here to tumble on into your collective, because I haven't learned how to walk. I can only roll. I don't fucking understand. I guess if you're gonna make a game about everything, you can really cut costs on the animations. If you just have them roll around at the speed of sound, you know? Hi, Vinesauce, you found me, finally. A tree? I've been looking for you? Is this what I've been looking for? My whole life? You found me finally, we've been waiting for you for such a long time. Notice my thought had the icon. That's how I'm gonna pronounce that. Look out for the others, with this. We're here to show you what you're able to do and help you navigate everything. Good luck. Yep. Okay. So, what is the nature of my existence? I wonder. So far, it just seems to be... Oh, I got a few other little animal fellas here. We got some, squirrels. They hop around. They move around a little bit like when you would move your action figures. You know, just kind of hop them along there, or like early South Park animation. Well, still South Park animation. They just kind of hop along. Okay, so thank you, oh wise rock. You're off on a great adventure. I wish I could join you. I'd like to preface this by saying that I'm playing this game today to discover about life, to discover more about myself, to perhaps get some of the big questions answered. Maybe one day I'll be able to do something. That's the thoughts of a rock. Everything sings. Singing is how all things communicate. Singing helps things find or avoid one another. Look at the legs! It deepens bonds between some things and separates others. It's how things announce their existence. So sing. Sing all day long. I want to hear what you sound like, and so does everything else. If other things hear you, they might sing back. Okay, here, I got one. You doing that thing you do. Good enough? That just announces I'm 60s pop trash. Oh, I got another great song to announce my existence. Goes something like this. Temporary secretary. This is how you annoy and make enemies with all the other animals. Fucking animals. As long as you keep moving in any direction you choose, that will take you to where you need to go. That's deep, man. Then again, I guess the temporary nature of life and all its secretaries that come with it. For me, it means keep moving. Don't settle in one place for too long, because then you won't see everything life has to offer in this very short existence we all have. Elk and other animals included. Come on. Let me get... Ugh. I know other things are different, but I treat them like other Carpentaria palms. Oh, that's what you are? I can't help it. I don't think you... Yeah, I don't think you can help it. I mean, you are a tree after all. Psst. Alright. I had to sing. Here, let me, oh god. I think my deer's butt was a little itchy. Listen, it's hard to reach those spots. If you gotta scratch them, it's the best way to do it. Tell me, explain your life to me in dead tree terms. If you're able to speak tree, otherwise I can't help you. I speak that. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, there we go. What's up? So what are we doing here? Is this the mating call? When do we evolve guns? Elk with guns. Elk with guns. Well, color me utterly confused. Did I make an impression? Oh my god, they're all like staring at me. It's like this elk is a streamer and has an audience of people watching him. I want to evolve into a World War II Spitfire. I haven't spoken to anyone in weeks. I think my brain is turning in on itself. Yeah. Well, I made some friends. Hello, we're a different species, but that doesn't bother me. Well, actually, it kinda does. Your voices suck. I don't want to hear your songs. Can I drift as an elk? I can do better than drift. I can Tokyo drift. Good. Hey, how far back do you think Rocky Mountain elks go? You might not always feel it, but you took trillions of generations of Rocky Mountain elks getting mixed up all the way back to forever. It's incredible that you made it through and are finally arrived here. The other Rocky Mountain elks around here are reflections of you from back then, each with their own dreams and their own lives to live. As you meet other Rocky Mountain elks, you will sometimes feel inseparable from them, and find where you really start and end is up to you. But what is the monolith here? I'm ready to join with you. We must join. I'm ready to merge. Okay, we gotta find those other elks. That, that X over there was in stasis. It's a monolith of Phobos, yeah. Link is around here somewhere. He's off permanently stasising X's. I'd love some more grass around here, but it won't grow. The ground is too hard. And so am I. The BBC would like to apologize for the preceding joke. Inappropriate. What do you mean? There's nothing to join. That's not. Oh, that's not an elk. Where them elk fellas? Okay, now we got us. Oh shit! Cat! Run! I guess I'm like forming a whole like fuckload of herd. I almost said herb. That's me, I'm a herb. This is a herd. That's a lot. You and me together. There you are. Over time, you might find there's no right or wrong path to take here. As you explore, you might feel that parts of you need to go in their own direction. Because you can't control everything at once. At least not yet. This is just the beginnings of Katamari Damacy. Try letting go of a few things. Release some by holding C. Oh, I see. Okay, now it's just me again. You can see the ball at the top. We are a collective. We are the Borg. We are the Elk. Resistance is futile. Why would I ever want less elk? Why would I want less? Can we get this thing out of stasis? Well, now what the fuck am I supposed to do? I've mastered the art of not making sense. And yet I'm still confused. Who would have thought? This will all make sense. Don't give up. How is the game reading my mind? Keep looking and you'll find it. Okay, that's weird. That's weird. I feel like Joe Rogan's gonna tweet about some delicious elk meat after watching this game. Look closely and you'll find what you're after. Don't get discouraged. Everything is here to help you. Alright, do I make babies? Do I go into the monolith of Phobos here, or what am I doing? Look closely. Devs are in chat. If so, hello devs. I don't know what I'm doing. Your game is strange and magical, and I'm suffering probably like multiple existential crises at once. Somewhat like multiple contusions. So you want to be a hermit and go live by yourself. Away from all the hustle and bustle. I didn't say that. I doubt it, my friend. You'd rather just have this be known about you. Especially among the same Rocky Mountain elks you say you want to avoid. Using solemnity to gain the approval of others will achieve neither. I think this sums up the game pretty nicely. It was a jape. There are no devs in chat. I mean, it doesn't surprise me. It wouldn't surprise me if they were. But, it's whatever. I really wouldn't have changed the way I stream the game. Hey, what do you make of all the small things around here? Are you quoting a Blink-182 song? Are you weed? All the plants and little creatures, are they here for you, or are you here for them? It's hard to imagine that everything could be here for each other, because you can only see things from a Rocky Mountain elk's perspective. Just as I can only see things from a palm lily's perspective. But if you want to, you can always see things from a little thing's point of view. Try it. Get down to something small, hold left, and then using WASD. Release. Okay, I want to be a small. Can I be this small? Okay. Yeah, I'm a small now. You must bond with this first. Hold left shift. Oh. Oh. Wait, what? No way. Wait a minute. This isn't how plants move around. What? I want to be a snail. Alright, maybe being a snail was a bad idea. I'm never gonna be able to get over there now. This is like... small spore. This is reverse spore at the moment. Caterpillars. That's a little faster, at least. Hello. Hello. Hi, friend. It looks like you've seen things from a little thing's point of view. Now you might be wondering what it's like to see things from other way around. To see things from bigger things' points of view. Of all the points of view you find, which one is the right one? Okay, well, I'm obviously gonna be a mushroom. Yo, this is a fast little fucker. It's like a train. I'll be a mushroom. Yeah, that's good stuff. Everything is set to default enter mode. If you pressing a one-button mouse, you may... oh, okay. I love that this is how inanimate objects move around in this game. It's so bizarre. Okay. Berries? Oh, there's ants. Are there really things bigger than me? I highly doubt it. No. I'm not bigger than you. Nice, thing here. This is a never-ending afternoon. I can't wait for tomorrow to come. I'd imagine time moves very slow for snails. Just gonna be a little grass stand. Whoa, are those centipedes? Oh no. This is the bane of my existence. You know what? I'm lifting my feet up off the ground right now. This right here... is the bane of my existence. Fuck this creature in particular. Listen to the beautiful sound of the centipede. The song of the dandelion. Kinda wonder how much lower you can go. Great. My two favorite things, all within a minute of each other. Oh, Black Widow. Tell me about yourself, Potender, so that Spider may get to know. Life hasn't been easy for an old limestone pebble like me. Oh, what hardships do you have? I never had time for no vacation. Too busy here doing my job. I plan on retiring as soon as I'm done avoiding my life. Okay. We're about 25% of the way to an existential crisis. Now I'm two spiders. Just a few more and we get us a spider gang. What? There is...
I find it a little difficult to say what the subject matter of this seminar is going to be, because it's too fundamental to give it a title. I'm going to talk about what
Alan Watts, right?
Now, the first thing, though, that we have to do is to get our perspectives with some background about the basic ideas which influence our everyday common sense, our fundamental notions about what life is about. Ideas of the world which are built into the very nature of the language we use and of our ideas of logic and of what makes sense altogether.
I guess I can still play while this is happening.
And these basic ideas I call myth, not using the word myth to mean simply something untrue, but to use the word myth in a more powerful sense. A myth is an image. In terms
Why was
of which
Alan
we
Watts a
try to make
mushroom?
sense of the world.
Never mind. Oh, wow. So that's what kind of game this is, huh? I think I want to get big. Do you remember the Doug song? Get big! Wow. So basically, oh, look at this, all this information. So it's, what you're doing is, I guess you're adding a lot of this stuff to your logbook. Sure, I didn't get to choose my parents, but I can choose what kind of child I'll be to them. And I choose to be completely absent. How many people in chat can relate to that, Rock? I'm ready to ascend. How do I ascend? My friend keeps making strange, interesting piles of dirt around here. He says that they might last even after he's dead. I don't see the point in it. He might as well worry about not having made them before he was born. Huh. I'm trying to oh, there's the ascend. Okay, I get it. Oh, I see. Back into goat brain. So I'm still not my Rocky Mountain elk. And here we go again. Back to the Rocky Mountain elk. Sounds like Gamby. It's time to become a tree. And move just like trees move. Society will become great when old men plant seeds of trees whose shade they will never know. That's unrelated to what's happening here. Whoa, what? The fuck? I'm an island? But that means that all the things that were on that island are now dead. You are a rock continent. What? I don't want to, like, overtake this particular continent. I guess when you're a continent, seasons move very quickly. I guess when you're a planet, things move even quicklier. Much more quicklier. This is kind of amazing. That's the sound of my planet. I just bonded with my planet. What the fuck? The sound of continent. You are polar bear. I went from Dwayne The Rock Johnson to polar bear. Oh shit! Ultimate epic battle simulator should begin now. Seamless. Polar bear versus turtle and penguin.
You, as a human being, you grow out of this physical universe in just exactly the same way that an apple grows off an apple tree. So let's say the tree which grows apples is a tree which apples, using apple as a verb. And a world in which human beings arrive is a world that peoples. And so the existence of people is symptomatic of the kind of universe we live in. Just as hair on a head is symptomatic of what's going on in the organism. But we have been brought up not to feel that we belong in the world. So our popular speech reflects it. We say, I came into this world. You didn't. You came out of it. We say, face facts. We talk about encounters with reality. As if it was a head-on meeting of completely alien agencies, and the average person has the sensation that he is a somewhat that exists inside a bag of skin, the center of consciousness, which looks out at this thing, and what the hell's it going to do to me? I recognize you. You kind of look like me, and I've seen myself in a mirror, and you look like you might be people. So maybe you're intelligent, maybe you can love too. And perhaps you're all right. Some of you are anyway. You've got the right color of skin, or you have the right religion, or whatever it is, you're okay. But there are all those people over in Asia, Africa, and they may not really be people. When you want to destroy someone, you always define them as unpeople.
Jesus Christ, Alan Watts, what are you doing to me? I'm gonna make this a little bit louder. Also, if you don't press anything, the game just plays itself. Subtitles. I just wanted to be an elephant, man. Well, let's see what elephant think. I want to learn. A lot of my friends complain about the cold. Not me, though. I'd hate to be someplace warmer, but I suppose if I really hated it, why would I be there in the first place? Time goes by and then comes back around and goes by again. Or, it does nothing at all and I do the changing. It's one or the other. Are elephants people? Sorry, woolly mammoth? Wait, so I can be a fucking entire forest? Life mostly involves going out and entangling yourself with others. But I want to show you another way of getting mixed up. A very beautiful thing you can do, and that's dancing. To dance is to move in a pattern and not towards anywhere in particular. To make yourself the destination and to never quite... and to enjoy never quite arriving. Oh. Dancing always takes two, but the more the merrier. Everything dances a little differently, so try doing it with different things. Press 8. Yeah. This is how trees dance, everyone. You've seen it here first. Jesus. I had no idea. The spruce. Number 3, the lark. The lark. There wasn't this much sun last spring. Uh-oh. Someone owes me an explanation. The planet owes you an explanation. The fucking solar system owes you an explanation. Hang on, we got something here.
We have this hostility to the external world because of the superstition, the myth, the absolutely unfounded theory that you yourself exist only inside your skin.
I'm a boat. The animal known as boat.
I want to propose another idea altogether. Billions of years ago, you were a big bang. Now you're a complicated human being.
Boats can't dance.
But so we define ourselves as being only that. If you think that you are only inside your skin, you define yourself as one very complicated little curlicue, way out on the edge of that explosion, way out in space and way out in time. And then we cut ourselves off and don't feel that we're still the Big Bang. But you are.
I'm the Big Bang?
Depends how you define yourself.
That's my nickname now.
You are
Big
actually,
Bang.
If this is the way things started, if there was a Big Bang in the beginning, you're not something that is a result of the Big Bang. You're not something that is a sort of puppet on the end of the process. You are still the process. You are the Big Bang, the original force of the universe coming on as whoever you are. See, when I meet you, I see not just what you define yourself as, Mr. So-and-so, Miss So-and-so, Mrs. So-and-so. I see every one of you as the primordial energy of the universe coming on at me in this particular way. I know I'm that too. But we've learned to define ourselves as separate from it.
Jesus Christ. Well, I'm a sun now. Alright, I've ascended to the point of being a sun. So, I guess we can wrap this up. Let me see if I can dance. No, Phil Collins was right, I can't dance. You are sun. I want to be sun. Let me be the sun. You need 2 or more to dance. Well, let me just go through the galaxy here and look for another sun. This is all just accidental. The result of meaningless chemical reactions. Oh, fuck. I fucked up. I pressed the wrong button. What's going on outside the universe? I don't know. Is the game gonna tell me? I'm here for answers. There's more ascension. Yep, now I'm a solar system. Oh, fuck. God damn it. Let me twinkle. Hello? It's me, David Bowie. You found my nebula. Oops, the game crashed. The game just crashed. Great! Way to ruin my immersion. Hope there's an autosave. David Bowie, isn't it pronounced nebula? No, in space it's pronounced nebulae. You dare presume to find me in space? I'll corrupt your game, you twat. Okay, let's try this again. You are a planetary system. I want to go to this galaxy. This one looks cool. Looks like a spiral galaxy. Let's see what's going on here. Hello, I'm here to dance. There's no dancing. I can become a spiral galaxy. What the fuck? And who might you be? You're the water cleaning itself, and air breathing itself, and the stars shining themselves. Yep, I understand that. Captain Southbird just said in chat, in all seriousness, imagine you could be a galaxy. What did he say? Hang on. I liked it. Imagine if you could just float through space and dance with galaxies. That's my, like, that's my hope for the end of this life. That I get to become a galaxy. Or did you know that there's like a nebula made entirely of alcohol? Could you imagine? Just imagine. You were a one note in a symphony that was waiting to be played, and here you are, and soon you won't be. The worlds can be one together. Cosmos without hatred. Oh, I found some other spiral galaxies. Maybe we can start a posse and fuck up some elliptical galaxies. Wait, you're not a spiral. But I guess we're friends now, so it's all good. Yo, you wanna dance? Was that Dreamcast? Whoa, that's weird. You're weird. This exists. That arises, and no time has passed. There's no center but you. All of this is for you. I could use some Alan Watts right about now. Yeah, I want to get into, like, fights with other galaxies. Spiral galaxies are the best. I gotta go on rampages against, like, weird, fucked up looking galaxies.
What I would call a kind of a basic problem we've got to go through first is to understand that there are no such things as things.
Well, what the fuck am I playing the game on?
That is only a way of talking.
We're all the one things?
If you can understand this, you're going to have no further problems. I once asked a group of high school children, what do you mean by a thing? And first of all, they gave me all sorts of synonyms. They said it's an object, which is simply another word for a thing. It doesn't tell you anything about what you mean by a thing.
Mm-hmm.
Finally, a very smart girl who was in the group said a thing is a noun. And she was quite right. A noun isn't a part of nature, it's a part of speech. There are no nouns in the physical world. There are no separate things in the physical world either. See, the physical world is wiggly. The clouds, mountains,
Wiggles?
trees, people are all wiggly. And only when human beings get working at things, they build buildings in straight lines and try and make out that the world isn't really wiggly. But here are we sitting in this room all built on straight lines, but each one of us is as wiggly as all get out.
But each one of us is as wiggly as all get out. He's having so much fun. Talking about wiggly things and shit. I guess we are kind of wiggly. And we have appendages that are wiggly. We were made wiggly in a straight line world. And it's weird. I need to get parallel. Oh. Oh. You are a feedback sphere. What? I'm gonna need some more explanation than that. I am now 2 feedback sphere. Okay, now it's getting a little fucked up and abstract. Just take a screenshot at any moment and you have an album cover. There's a menu full of info, right? Things. Oh, you see? Things. "1D. Things that only have 1 dimension." Oh, so I ascended so far out that I'm now in the microverse. Micro and macro are the same things. And they love synthwave. Without thoughts, within thoughts, within thoughts, within thoughts. Thoughts within, thoughts within, thoughts within. Inside time, inside time, inside time, inside time. Sick Blumpkin, sick Blumpkin, sick Blumpkin. Reflection of a reflection of a reflection of a reflection of a reflection. New Tame Impala lyrics confirmed. It just dawned on me. A very important thought. This game has led me to a thought. That thought being, I play some fucked up games on Sundays. Thoughts be gone. You are a convex stellated polyhedron. That's a good thing, right? Now I'm multiple polyhedrons, and I can't see a goddamn thing. Time to dance. The dance of the polyhedron. Someone needs to get Gerard on this. He needs to 100% it. Same. But technically, we're also massive. As tiny as we seem to be, we're also, like, fucking mental. Okay, now we're multicellular life forms. You are carbon. Okay, never mind. We're just carbon. Wow. Nah, mate. In my new game, you can pretty much do the fucking anything you want. You can be like a donut. I love donuts. What am I? Dirt particle. Yeah, that's about right. Never has there been a more true statement in a video game. Getting hold of the wiggly world.
Now then.
Yeah. Tell me.
When you want to get control of something that wiggles, it's pretty difficult, isn't it?
Yeah.
You try and pick up a fish in your hands, and the fish is wiggly and it slips out. What do you do to get hold of the fish? You use a net. And so the net is the basic thing we have for getting hold of the wiggly world.
Yes.
Net is something regular.
Ooh, I like this wiggly thing.
I can number the holes in a net.
This thing wiggles.
So many holes up, so many holes across.
Corkscrew tampon.
And if I can number these holes, I can count exactly where each wiggle is in terms of a hole in that net. But in order to do that, I've got to break up the wiggle into bits. I've got to call this a specific bit, and this the next bit of the wiggle, and this the next bit, and this the next bit of the wiggle. And so these bits are things which I mark out in order to talk about the wiggle, in order to measure it, and therefore in order to control it. But in nature, in fact, in the physical world, the wiggle isn't bitted. So the world doesn't come thing. You and I are all as much continuous with the physical universe as a wave is continuous with the ocean. The ocean waves, and the universe peoples. And as the wave, I wave at you and say, you! The world is waving at me with you. And saying, hi, I'm here. But the way we feel and sense our existence, being based on a myth that we are made, that we are parts, that we are things, our consciousness has been influenced so that each one of us does not feel that. We feel we have been hypnotized, literally hypnotized, by social convention into feeling and sensing that we exist only inside our skins. That we are not the original bang, but just something out on the end of it. And therefore we are scared stiff. Because my wave is going to disappear. And I'm going to die. And that would be awful.
Yo. Wait a minute, I'm gonna die? What the fuck? Just as he says that, I become dice. You are die. That's an extraordinary coincidence. But yeah, now I'm just a bunch of trash. I like how the inside of the die is all like... I guess we're just floating around in the ether. You are plant matter. Yeah, when do I get to become the trash pickle? It's a good question. That's a good question, Mega Man. What the fuck? I think I glitched the game. Something's weird here. As if it wasn't already fucking crazy. It's now getting extra weird. But yeah, you had me until moving inanimate objects. Dancing broken glass shards. Become North Pizza with left beef. You're telling me that this is why I became a universe? So I could be left beef and flashlights? And Pogs? Oh, fuck. Holy shit. I found my calling. Wait, no, we need to go back in. I need to go back in. There's pizza. No, where's the pizza? Used gum? Trash? Added under trash? Wait a minute, I'm just used gum, I'm beautiful, that's what Alan Watts taught me. And so did that, that particle. There's like a plant matter particle, or dirt or something. It was like, you're beautiful. This is the song of the pizza. Someone on the ADR team for this game, or on the Foley team, had to like crinkle up a pizza next to a microphone. Can I get that job? Beans?
You are a fluke. You are a separate event.
Holy shit, it's beans. It's like wacky beans.
From the maternity ward to the crematorium, and that's it, baby. Now, why does anybody think that way? There's no reason to, because it isn't even scientific. It's just a myth. And it's invented by people who wanted to feel a certain way. They want to play a certain game. Camus said there is only really one serious philosophical question, which is whether or not to commit suicide.
Jesus
Should
Christ.
you or not commit suicide? This is a good question. Why go on? And
just as he says that, I become shit.
Now, the universe has been going on for an incredible long time. And so, really, a satisfactory theory of the universe has to be one that's worth betting on. That's it seems to me, absolutely elementary common sense. If you make a theory of the universe which isn't worth betting on, why bother? Just commit suicide.
Dear God, Alan Watts.
But if you want to go on playing the game, you've got to have an optimal theory for playing the game.
You are turd. You know, it's a little hard to take Alan Watts seriously and really absorb his information and his knowledge while I'm playing as a turd. I can do anything today. For some reason, I feel that that realization that now is the time. It's because you've come face to face with a sentient turd. Well, there you go. Why don't we just watch the game a little bit? Never mind. Found another lecture. But before I do that, someone wanted to know what it says about turd. Let's see. Used gum. Someone already chewed this, and it's way past the 5-second rule. Alright, that's trash. Where then? Maybe other? Hair? Turd. A turd is a solid waste product from an animal digestive tract discharged through the anus and cloaca during a process called defecation. Urine and feces together are called excreta. Thanks, game. Alright. Yep. Well, the game is called Everything, so it would stand to reason that everything would be in here. How do you even pronounce that? Cloaca? I knew I wasn't gonna pronounce that one correctly. I knew it. Thoughts would never exist if everything thought it was the same thing. Nah, it's meant to, mate. Yeah. As you go around listening to things, their thoughts will make impressions on your mind. When you go out and experience life, you will have your own thoughts, and they will reflect the things you've listened to and absorbed. Just thinking... give thinking a go, just try not to take it too seriously. Give thinking a go, just don't take it too seriously. Wow. It's the cloaca. Oh. For a used gum, I am pretty resilient to the sun. I hardly feel it. I wouldn't want to be a turd, though. Oh, that's harsh. I'm a turd. It's not nice. What does a VHS have to say? Hey look, sorry, I can't stay and chat. Kind of in a rush. Here's the thing, we VHSs live for a day. So celebrate my birthday every hour. I'm having another party in 13 minutes. If you can come, great. If not, well... I'll know what your priorities are. Oh man, you know, I'd love to come to your party videotape, but I have to return some videotapes. Cloaca. Here we go. It's time to play shitty simulators. This is better than Bus Simulator. This is what it looks like when buses dance. Video games were a really bad idea. I suppose I'm alive, I guess. I really don't know anymore. I don't know how it feels to be dead, so I might be that too. That was... Yeah. Yep. Well, we'll just get this traffic light out of the way, so that way there can be many more car accidents. Someone said you can have babies by dancing and pressing X. I don't know, it's not working. I wanted to have building babies. There- oh my god! No, that wasn't a building baby, was it? Yes! Yes, we're making building babies! This is how cities are born, kids. Do you think Alan Watts would have put his name on this game if he saw this particular moment? This is just a Monty Python skit waiting to happen. You are radio tower. What was that? What's going on over here? What's happening with these buses over here? Thanks for stopping by. Can I interest you in buying any factory bones? I have a full collection. Okay, this game just got real fucking weird. As if it wasn't already, now it's extra weird. Here we go. Wide office building. That's right. Use caution. Wide loads. Gonna make some babies now. The game I'm playing is to find others that are like me. You need to go and get your own game because this one's mine. Well, I guess my game is, this game. The streaming game. And sometimes making some clown music game. That's why I do what I do. I'm the only wide building in this city. It's really quite sad. I was hoping I could find more cities, but... or more wide buildings so I could reproduce, but they just don't exist. Sunny mornings make me feel alive, like I could do anything. You're a building, you're not alive. Oh, sorry, that was a streetlight. City continent. We need balloon children. You are hot air balloon. With a game with a game called Everything, with a name like that, you gotta be inclusive. How do we get back down? Oh, there we go.
If there is any such thing at all as intelligence, and love, and beauty, well, you found it in other people. In other words, it exists in us as human beings. And as I said, if it is there, in us, it is symptomatic of the scheme of things. We are as symptomatic of the scheme of things as the apples are symptomatic of the apple tree or the rose of the rose bush. The earth is not a big rock.
What is it then?
Infested with living organisms. Any more than your skeleton is
I found Plastic Beach.
With cells. The Earth is geological, yes, but this geological entity grows people. And our existence on the Earth is a symptom of the solar system and its balances, as much as the solar system in turn is a symptom of our galaxy. And our galaxy in its turn is a symptom of the whole company of galaxies. Goodness only knows what that's in.
I like this game. I mean, I don't know how much I could play a game like this, but I think it's pretty fucking cool for what it is. Okay, now yeah, this is the planet I would be. That sounds like a fart, so I like it. Yeah, I would be the fart planet. Ringed ice planet. It has an end goal. You haven't even completed the tutorial. The hell? I want to make ice planet babies. What the fuck? Will I ever return to Space Engine? Yes, I would like to. I haven't had the desire to do so recently. Yo, what is the end goal? Are we different? The end game goal is to get funded by Sony. Didn't that actually work? Time to have babies. Doc Jackal just says, you just ask the most important question that this game wants you to ask, which is, are we different? Hey you, are we different? Someone says, I think if you had a little smoke beforehand, this game would be even better. I mean, you know, if it's legal in your state. Or your country.
When, as a scientist, you describe the behavior of a living organism, you try to say what a person does. It's the only way in which you can describe what a person is. Describe what they do. Then you find out that in making this description, you cannot confine yourself to what happens inside the skin. In other words, you can't talk about a person walking unless you start describing the floor. Because when I walk, I don't just dangle my legs in empty space.
Right, because we're wiggly.
Relationship to a room. And so, in order to describe what I'm doing when I'm walking, I have to describe the room. I have to describe the territory. So, in describing my talking at the moment, I can't describe this just as a thing in itself, because I'm talking to you. And so, what I'm doing at the moment is not completely described unless your being here is described also.
Well,
so if that is necessary, if in other words, in order to describe my behavior, I have to describe your behavior and the behavior of the environment, it means that we've really got one system of behavior. That what I am involves what you are. I don't know who I am unless I know who you are. And you don't know who you are unless you know who I am. In other words, we're not separate. We define each other. We're all backs and fronts to each other. We and our environment, and all of us and each other, are interdependent systems. We know who we are in terms of other people. We all lock together. And this is, again and again, the serious scientific description of how things happen. And any good scientist knows that what you call the external world is as much you as your own body.
So... think the game is trying to make the point. Don't get too hung up on how different we are, and also don't get too hung up on death. I think that's what he's trying to tell us while I, you know, do this and form a herd of tombstones. So, when I become a tombstone and I have a baby tombstone, does that mean someone dies? All my friends say goats don't feel pain. That you're just kind of out there, sort of doing something. But nothing very important. I don't really know why it's wrong for me to kill a crocodile, but okay to kill a goat. Do not kill the goat. Long before goats were around, far back through time, all animals were the same thing. A something that spread into every animal everywhere, a something all animals still share here and now. You may find you aren't just a goat, but every animal in existence, an expression of this great pattern known as animals. Everything secretly knows this, and you know it too. I'm everything? I'm animals? Kind of want to watch the autoplay a little bit, for real this time. And just see what the game does. Here, because it's my home, I can't imagine any place better, though. This would be a cool game to just watch, you know, while you listen to music. Just to have on in the background. Something to fall asleep to. Here we see Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson contemplating his existence. Alright, well that wasn't a lot of fun.
Your skin doesn't separate you from the world, it's a bridge through which the external world flows into you. And you flow into it.
That's what that skin's all
Just,
about.
for example, as a whirlpool in water. You could say, because you have a skin, you have a definite shape, you have a definite form. The whirlpool is a definite form, but no water stays put in it. The whirlpool is something the stream is doing. And exactly the same way, the whole universe is doing each one of us. And I see you today, and I recognize you tomorrow.
Where's the igloo?
Just as I would recognize a whirlpool in a stream. I'd say, oh yes, I've seen that whirlpool before. It's just near so-and-so's house on the edge of the river, and it's always there. So in the same way, when I meet you tomorrow, I recognize you, you're the same whirlpool you were yesterday. But you're moving. The whole world is moving through you. All the cosmic rays, all the food you're eating, the stream of steaks and milk and eggs and everything is just flowing right through you. When you're wiggling the same way, the world is wiggling, the stream is wiggling you.
I love the way this guy thinks, it's great.
We haven't been taught.
Alan Watts is the best.
The myths underlying our culture and underlying our common sense have not taught us to feel identical with the universe, but only parts of it, only in it, only confronting it, aliens. And we are, I think, quite urgently in need of coming to feel that we are the eternal universe, each one of us. Otherwise, we're going to go out of our heads. We're going to commit suicide, collectively, courtesy of H-bombs. And, all right, supposing we do, Well, that will be that, and there will be life making experiments on other galaxies. Maybe they'll find a better game.
I think Zelda's a better game than this, Alan. But Zelda doesn't make me think like this. Yet, I haven't found a single Korok in this game. It's, yeah, it's really... It's going hard. This game's going hard. So I'm just gonna watch it autoplay as the sun for a moment. Switch to flock mode. Alright, but I don't have a flock yet. So there's more things I haven't unlocked, more functions. So I have dance, ascend, think, descend, release, I have all that stuff. But I'm missing 4. I'm missing 4 functions. I can't descend into the sun. Oh, what's this little planet? Some moon, perhaps? I can't crash into the planet. Oh. I'm a mesoplanet. Okay. Similar. Oh, okay, I think I see what I have to do now. Let me do this on a smaller scale so it'll be easier. I'm just gonna try to do a little bit more now. I'm a boat, again. Good. Yeah, so I have to... do similar or same. Join with some things of the same category. So I want to join with other boats. Same. Yo. Oh! What's this? Oh, it's a boat! No. Okay. I need similar. Okay, I really don't know what's happening here, so I'm gonna make the attempt. Oh. I was wondering when I was gonna get a chance to be a whale. Wait, maybe we can be... See, we're not the same species, but we're a flock nonetheless. Now, I've gone further with the tutorial, so let me just see what the rest of these functions are, and then we can think about streaming something else, but, I am fascinated by this game. It is really weird. There's not a whole lot to do in terms of, like, traditional gameplay, but it's very interesting, and I like it. It makes me think. If only of turds and pizza. It's still making me think. Congratulations, you found a porpoise and a porpoise in life. God damn it.
I wonder if it's ever struck you how curious a thing it is that most of the things that we experience, we regard as things that happen to us, which we ourselves do not originate, which are events expressing some sort of power or activity that is external to ourselves. And if you consider that, you realize that what you mean by yourself is rather narrowly circumscribed.
I thought that said circumcised.
Events that go on in our own bodies are put in the category of things that happen to us in the same way as things that go on in the world outside our skins. If there's a thunderstorm or an earthquake, well, it happens to you. You're not responsible for it. But so in the same way, when you have hiccups, you didn't plan on it. If you have belly rumbles, you had no intention of doing it. And as to the catastrophic act of getting born, well, you had nothing to do with that.
Nope.
And you can spend all your life blaming your parents for putting you in the situation in which you find yourself. And this way of looking at the world in this sort of passive mood as something that happens to you goes right down to our general feeling about life. It goes down to the way in which we have been accustomed to look at human existence as a precarious event in a cosmos
Fucking arrow.
that, on the whole, is depicted as being completely unsympathetic and alien to our existence.
I'm Yondu's arrow. Oh no, I'm a spear. Okay. What the fuck is this? And what? Oh, that's an elephant. Right. Just, yeah. Not standing on the ground exactly. Am I finding a point to life by being a spear? Okay, now I found those igloos again. Snowman. Because why not? In a game about everything, why not put a snowman in? Nobody loves me. Oh, I can be a frog? Nice movement, frog. You are green frog. Okay, well now I'm waiting for the other half of the tutorial. Hello, Feathers. Can we be friends? No, Feathers don't give a fuck about frogs. Best frog animations 2017. My name is La Frogs. Another never-ending night. I'm happy I get to see it. You never know what's around the corner. Oh, I finally can charge my crystals. Wow. I've already ascended all the way up, for anyone who missed it earlier. And, yeah, it's a loop. But I really
If you're
just want to see.
with a 20th century, or shall we say an early 20th century common sense, which is based on the philosophy of science of the 19th century, you regard yourself as an accident, a biological accident. in a stupid universe.
Kind of stupid.
Which is mechanical, but has no feelings. A vast, pointless gyration of radioactive rocks and gas in which you happen to occur. Of course, if you don't have that point of view and you are more traditional, you look upon yourself as a child of God. And therefore, under authority. In other words, there's a big boss on top of all this.
Big boss.
And you better watch your P's and Q's, because that Almighty is looking after you. With the attitude of, this is going to hurt me more than it's going to hurt you. And when you look at the world in that image, or in the other image, that it's a stupid mechanism, either point of view you take, you don't really belong. You're not really part of all this.
We got shot out.
To put it in the strongest possible way, it is quite alien to our thought that the external world, which is defined as something that happens to you, and your body itself as something that you got caught up with, it is quite alien to consider all that as you yourself. Because you see, we have such a myopic view of what oneself is.
Because the Big Bang happened, and what happened was the universe, you know, being a sentient creation, was like, we need Twitch chat. I'm bored, I need entertainment, and the only way I can endlessly entertain myself with shit posting is Twitch chat. So we've evolved all the way to get it. And so here we are. We're quite literally living in the golden age, lads. This is it. This is it, the evolution. It wasn't an accident. It wasn't an accident. But if you were a god of some sort, wouldn't you get bored? Eventually, right? I mean, flying and dancing with galaxies is all that fun and games, but then you want to zoom in a little bit and see what's on the internet. And you want to get some of that suck juice, the schadenfreude. So I feel like, it all makes sense. Thanks, Alan Watts. As you experience all of the universe's things, each thing also experiences you. Things leave their mark on you as you leave your mark on things. And somewhere inside you is an impression of everything you've ever been. A great memory of things you can revisit anytime and feel what it's like to be them again. You are always free to transform yourself into anything. Can I be a slug? Transform into something. I want to be an aircraft. What? Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Why are balloons in the universe? Hang on. Space whales. Wait a minute. You can't just do this. They would die out here. There's no oxygen. Their skin would like burn or freeze. Now, there was a Star Trek episode where there was some, like, weird planetary whale thing that, Data has to go inside, I think. If I remember my episode correct, it was a Next Gen episode. It was, like, just a living space whale that the Enterprise had to, try to help. Space spiders. Oh, shit. Wait a minute, you want me to be a space turd? Alright, now try to take the game seriously. Achievement unlocked. I got an achievement for turning into a space turd.
Now, we come here to an extremely important principle, which is the different points of view you get when you change your level of magnification. That is to say, you can look at something with a microscope and see it a certain way. You can look at it with a naked eye and see it in a certain way. You look at it with a telescope and you see it in another way. Now, which
both the
level
most
of
amazing and
magnification is
stupidest
correct?
game ever.
Well, obviously, they're all correct. But they're just different points of view. When we examine our bloodstreams under a microscope, we see
Welcome
there's
to
one hell of a
the
fight
Turd
going on.
Nebulae.
All sorts of microorganisms are chewing each other up. And if we got overly fascinated with our view of our own bloodstreams in the microscope, we should start taking sides. Which would be fatal. Because the health of our organism depends on the continuance of this battle. What is, in other words, conflict at one level of magnification is harmony at a higher level. Now, could it possibly be, therefore, that we, with all our problems, conflicts, neuroses, sicknesses, political outrages, wars, tortures, and everything that goes on in human life, are a state of conflict, which can be seen in a larger perspective as a situation of harmony?
Thanks, got it. Finally, the wide office buildings can be together and can explore space. Oh, this is the moment that the universe has been leading up to. Space pizza. It created itself. It evolved human life, intelligence, so that we could create electricity, well, harness electricity, and then create computers. We could get 3D video game graphics, and then we could learn about the universe and the creation of itself through the use of space pizza demonstrations. They kind of look like Star Destroyers, don't they? They're headed to Alderaan. And my Twitch chat just kind of froze. Hang on. Sorry. What? What do you mean kill a pizza slice? Huh? Why do we have to kill pizza? Don't kill the pizza. Sorry, as much as I would love to continue playing Gorillaz music, I'd also like my video to be able to be viewed in more than 3 countries. You know, they like to get rid of the they sometimes really enjoy getting rid of videos. Sorry, but your video has been blocked in 4,000 countries. There aren't even that many on Earth, but we've invented some new ones so they could be blocked there. Now what am I? Goodbye, pizza. It's the Pizza Nebula. I've contributed to the galaxy. Also, my Twitch chat is just totally fucked. Okay. You are a diffuse nebula. Whenever we find what connects us, we call it love. And we will seek more of it and reinforce it forever. Okay, here's the thing. Let me go to this thing, and then I'm gonna bring back the chat so I can see what you guys are saying, which is just gonna be probably memes and emotes.
Aha, at last, I see. I got the point. I've seen how all this makes sense. But what this insight depended upon was your overcoming the illusion that space separates things. That is to say, the space, the interval between your body and mine. The interval created by birth at one end and death at the other. And then after somebody's death,
fuck, the game
somebody
crashed.
else's birth. These are events with intervals between them. And normally we regard these intervals in time and these intervals in space.
Sorry. Game crashed. God damn it. The lady coughing in the background fucking crashed the game. Almost done. Almost done. Yeah, the game does autosave, though. We're almost done. Just a little bit more of this, then we can get our palate cleansed with some shitty games. Taj. Taj. Someone in chat just said, yay, less atheism. I don't think the game is about atheism. I don't think the word atheism was even mentioned. I believe it's just about all of us being together and united. Except this black hole here. These are the shit posters. This is what they evolve into at the end of the universe. They love it. Sorry, dark matter. I want to at least complete the tutorial, so we're almost done. Just have to look for more friend spheres. What does this say? Before you end, go to the sun. Use that to go to your starting planet, starting continent, and you can go into the Golden Gate. Whatever that means, I want to do it. The tutorial is pretty much the entire game. Okay. Yeah, we want to see that at least. Damn it, I lost the E button. I no longer have the E button. I can't transform into a goddamn pizza. You're in heaven already. You are heaven. It's all inside and outside you. Isn't that an Alice in Chains song? Things live on me, in me, outside of me. They all come and go, thinking themselves separate here and together there. I am all of them, and they are all of me. Wasn't that special? But yeah, I just need to get the pizza again. I need to be pizza. Then we can advance a bit. I need to be the floating space pizza.
Now,
from
we come here to an extremely important principle, which is
Gorilla's
the
video.
different points of view you get when you change your level of magnification.
Wasn't this
That is to
the
say,
first
you can look
one?
at something with a microscope and see it a certain way. You can look at it with the naked eye and see.
Game crashed again. Why is this game so stable, though? It saved before you got the E, right, exactly, but now I don't have the ability to continue playing the game. I was holding the E button, and yeah, that happened. Let me try one more time. You can't skip through this stuff, right? Like, there's no way to speed this process up a bit? What the fuck is the name of this? Did you see the description? This game is glitched. I've corrupted it. Alright, let's not be in the galaxy when we're doing these tutorials. Yeah, someone said that the tutorial stuff will go faster if I just keep ascending and descending. Go to a planet and become a planet. That sounds like a good time. I'm gonna do that. As soon as I get the ability to turn into other things, I'm gonna do that. The fuck is this thing? Sand grain. Oh. Beautiful and ugly, stupid and intelligent. Alright. Cockles. Oysters, clams, and cockles. Here it is. There we go.
Now, we come here to an extremely...
How do I skip? I need to skip this.
Which is...
It's gonna crash again.
The different points of view you get when you change your level of magnification. That is to say, you can look at something with a microscope and see it a certain way. You can look at it with the naked eye and see it in a certain way. You look at it with a telescope and you see it in another way. Now, which level of magnification is the correct one?
Shit. There is no skip.
Well, obviously, they're all correct. But they're just different points of view. When we examine our bloodstreams under a microscope, we see there's one hell of a fight going on. All sorts of microorganisms are chewing each other up. And if we got overly fascinated with our view of our own bloodstreams in the microscope, we should start taking sides. Which would be fatal, because the health of our organism depends on the continuance of this battle. What is, in other words, conflict at one level of magnification is harmony at a higher level. Now, could it possibly be, therefore, that we, with all our problems, conflicts, neuroses, sicknesses, political outrages, wars, tortures,
can't become a planet just yet,
human life, are a state of conflict, which can be seen in a larger perspective as a situation of harmony.
still don't have the E button available. Fuck. Oh! I have nothing to say to you. Oh, a rock has nothing to say to me. This sucks. I mean, getting so close to finishing this and then not being able to do so because of some crashing. You know, it's lame. It's really fucking lame. The only way I know how to save is to actually go lower or higher. And I'm looking for Daruk right now. I need his protection against crashing. Is it a Baopap tree? Yep, it's a Baobab. Nothing. Okay, I'm ready for the next part of the tutorial. Which continent did I start on? I started on the rock one, right? So if I wanted to get back to where I was, I'd have to look for my starting planet, which... Alright, go to the sun. Green planet? Or is it, which planet did I start on? What's all this shit? Oh, satellites. Found something. Okay, so it's the green planet. Verizon satellite, be careful with it. I'll just tweet this satellite a picture of that dude from the speed test, the meme picture, and it'll be fine. Here we go. Okay. So, now... Oh, there's a thing too. I think this is where we crashed last time. Goddamn video games. Get so immersed. Then they have to go and crash on you. What is that it's so far away? So far away, leave love even in my hands. In my hands away. Kind of in the middle of fucking nowhere. There we go. Now I'm just a planet. I've been told that just going into the pause menu saves the game. So, I don't know. Let's just go down into the planet. Make it easy. Alright, now it's saved. Yep. This is the stuff you can do in this game. And then you can subsequently go into the planet that's on a planet. Nah, mate, he's fucking mental. Oh, what's this?
And you can say, aha, at last, I see, I got the point.
Finally.
I've seen how all this makes sense. But what this insight depended upon was your overcoming the illusion that space separates things. That is to say, the space, the interval between your body and mine. The interval created by birth at one end and death at the other. And then after somebody's death, then somebody else's birth. These are events with intervals between them. And normally we regard these intervals in time and these intervals in space as having no importance, no function. We tend to see the universe itself as really consisting in all the stars and galaxies.
We've made it further.
That's what it is. That's what we notice.
We've made it past the
space
cough.
in which all this happens is sort of written off as something that isn't really there. But what one has to realize is that the space is an essential function of the things in the space.
The space.
After all, you can't have
the final frontier.
Separate stars unless there is a space around. Eliminate the space and you will see you couldn't have this phenomenon at all. And vice versa. You couldn't have the space. They wouldn't be there in any sense whatsoever if there weren't the bodies in it. So the bodies in the space and the space are two aspects of a single continuum. They're related together in exactly the same way as a back and a front. And you just don't get one without the other.
Okay, there's the green planet. And now I can find my way back to the rock continent. Sand. Green. Oh, missed sand. There's the rock continent. So this is where I started. Apparently I had to come back here for something cool. Maybe not yet, but... Wait a minute. Are we sure this is the same place? 'Cause, like, things have progressed a little bit. It's time for us buildings to band together. Gonna make it to the end before you. Watch me. It's not. Let the game autoplay. Yeah, but I wonder how goddamn long it's gonna take for the game to autoplay before we get to whatever eventual ending there is. Which is just the beginning. Which is everything. And nothing. Both used chewing gum, a turd, a Vinesauce chat member, bagel, and everything in between. Okay, I'll just let it do its thing. Sends out a mating call. Where does my sight take place? I've been looking at every part of myself, but never found it. It feels as if it's in my head. But only vaguely. And I really don't know where my head is. Where does a rock continent see from? What am... This is how life evolves. From a rock continent to a caravan. What the fuck do I want this fucking caravan for? It's got no fucking wheels. Are those aqueducts? Oh, I think it's just, road. God. Hey GPM, hope your Metal Gear thing went well. It's a good cause. Also, Vinny, would you ever do a cooking show? I know not enough about cooking to do a cooking show. I'm learning still. I mean, then again, I did put fruity juice on pizza rolls, so I guess I don't have to know that much. This is as exciting as watching grass grow. As watching paint dry. No, it's actually quite a bit more fun than that. Space is connective.
So the moment you see that intervals, that space is connective, you can understand at once how you are not just to be exclusively defined as a flash of consciousness that occurs between two eternal darknesses.
There's only been one eternal darkness.
That you
it's a good game.
Consider that in the darkness that comes before your birth, there was no you, and in the eternal darkness that follows your death, there is likewise no you. And I'm going to discuss these matters not by appealing to any special spooky knowledge, as if I had been traveling on the higher planes and knew all my previous incarnations and therefore could tell you authoritatively that you are much more than this individuality. I'm going to do it on a basis of complete common sense, that everybody has access to the facts.
I have a feeling there's quite a bit more. Well, hang on a minute, there's a thing over there. Let me take the reins real quick. Let's see what this is. Maybe this is a new function. We're getting real close to the end. Hi, Vinesauce. I was wondering where you'd got to, but now you've been able to see a lot here, but not everything. When you first arrived here, hey, I was this mushroom. There was a golden object in front of you. Do you remember it? Oh, I do. It might feel distant now, but it's still there. This is a gate made by things who weren't able to see how you see. Many things entered it, but weren't able to come back out. So we kept it locked. I'm gonna open it for you. But it's up to you if you want to enter. Good luck. Take care. So here we go. Just as I was getting like kinda antsy, the game was like, nope. Here you go. Oh, this is fitting. I'm an elk again. Alright, now let's find this thing. Just let it autoplay after this still? Okay. It's gonna just take me there. Return to where you began. You can descend into the Golden Gate. Okay. Well, it's gonna get there, I think. If the fucking train... Oh, those people are now dead. Okay, I'm not even on the right planet, I don't think. It's gonna take me to the right planet. For me, this game was enthralling enough to play it for... How long have I been going? Like 2 hours. For me, it's good. I know some people probably wouldn't feel that way, but I'm definitely loving it. I'm glad it's just about done. We're finishing it up. But, we're gonna be doing some more stuff after this, so don't worry. However, this is really... To me, this is kinda cool. I'm letting this autoplay, Horonelius. I'm letting it do its own thing. It says descend into the Golden Gate. That means go down. Game is going up. So I'm assuming it's gonna just go to the right spot. You were in the wrong stellated polyhedron. Pfft, oh, God. Don't you hate it when you're in the wrong stellated polyhedron? It's the worst. Here we go. We're getting there, I think. I think it's putting us back on the right planet. Congratulations, you are now a corkscrew. How would the public react if this was No Man's Sky? I mean, there's not really a whole lot of gameplay here either, but this game is $15. So... And it didn't have, like, you know, massive hype. It just kind of came out of nowhere. Porcini. Weren't the golden arches the weren't they like way bigger than this though?
Ah, there they are, mate. Check out these golden arches. This is where all time lives all at the same time. Nah, it'll be mental, man. We'll charge like $60 for it, you know. Fucking get them in the game, turn them into a mushroom. You know, endless exploration, plant a seed, turns into a tree in like 30 years. Mental.
Here it is. The Golden Arches. We're going to McDonald's. It just takes you inside McDonald's. And then you, as the elk from the beginning of the game, finally get to order the Mulan Szechuan sauce. Okay, now I'm playing again. And here we go. Turns out that the most important things in the universe are the least important, but the ones that make you happiest. Like Mulan Szechuan sauce.
Life is a pattern of immense complexity. And what you call yourself as a living organism, say, I am my...
Oh, alright, well, let's just interrupt Alan Watts and go inside the, arch, and it's a pool table. I guess I wasn't that far off. Sorry, snooker. Is that a Pokeball? There's like trumpets and just things that are fun. Like music and stuff. Or worse, ignore me, I'll get everything. I need to hear their little voices one more time. Jesus Christ, mate. I hate myself, hate myself, and I hate you. Who said that? What was that? Is that a ship poster? Who was that? I thought I wanted this, but... it was all pointless. There's nothing when you get to the end. Nothing. This is the chamber of regret. Look at these things, they're all like... just... not- what are they? I worked so much. My marriage fell apart. You gotta help me bust out of this prison I put myself in. I hate this place and I hate you! From my point of view, the Jedi are evil. What might have been? They don't let you die here, it just goes on and on and on. This is the Bone Zone. Nothing is friendly here, everything is hardened, bitter, lonely, and sad. The most unique thing, or I'm the most unique thing in the universe. I have to be. There is no other possibility. I taught my children nothing, only to scrimp and save and worry about yourself. They all wound up as bitter and alone as me. It's deep coming from half of a bridge. Floating brain. All I see are things I want. So many times I could have asked him out. I never did. You cannot leave here. Well, at least I can become a lemon. That's all I've ever really wanted. I never got to tell my parents how much I appreciated them. I had a lot of time. I just kept pushing them to the edges of my life as much as possible. I wanted them here. This is fucked up. I spent my whole life worrying about what others thought of me. What a terrible waste. I checked my YouTube comments. I kind of got everything I hoped for. But then I got more hopes too. And wound up here. I left everything behind for this. Everything I've ever had. I spent the last 23 years of my life filled with rage for my sister. We shared a room for 10 years. She was my best friend. Knew me better than anyone. Somehow I blocked her out and I felt like I needed to. She was on her way out before I found myself here. I never got to say goodbye. I can't transform into pizza. I tried. So do I have to just keep reading this depressing stuff? Or can I, is there a way to just, like, speed this along? This is a total nightmare. You need to get me out of here! I wish I wished for a different wish. Whoa. This isn't anything like I expected. I can't... descend into the planet? Well, I guess this is a planet. Unknown planet. Whoa, okay. This is the absolute most incredibly boring moment of my entire life. Right now. This one. Well, I finally did it. I found bananas. Video game? Are you video games? I forgot my name, I forgot where I came from, I forgot everything. Is this hell? I expected it to be much nicer. Speakers. Hell might. I guess I have to just keep going deeper? That'll be my guess. I feared it all, and then made sure I was always as safe as possible, whatever happened. Wow, you're here. What a miserable place to find yourself. Everything here is frustrated. They all want to go back to the world that created them. But here they are, trapped in the world they created instead. Wow. Okay. This appears to be the one place we can't think ourselves out. The harder we try, the more lost we get. This place isn't outside the universe, just a small corner of it that seems convincing, so much so that you can't convince anyone out of it. And so I've come to stay quiet, waiting for someone like you to come along and listen. Thank you, oh wise computer. As you have found yourself all the way here, you probably realize I could have nothing to say to you that you don't already know. And you can see that my thoughts, and all the other thoughts in the world are your thoughts. And by listening to me, you are listening to yourself. Why hold on to these thoughts then? There's nothing precious about any of them. You can always let go of every single thought in your head. Of course, you'll be able to find them out in the world if you ever need reminding. So, if you can see a way with your thoughts, you can see your way out of here. Good luck, Vinesauce. Okay, just cleared all the thoughts. They are now gone. I said, be gone, thoughts. I'm ready to leave. I'm ready to leave this garbage zone. The zone of trash. It's like a Sonic level. Trash zone. Holy shit! This guy's taking Roy off the grid! Wolflink will howl. Guess we escaped our negative thoughts, everyone. The pyramids and the temples are proud of us, and so are the giraffes and birds. Okay, here we go. Step right up. Come on, you know. Come on, time to do Mario. Even the drones are happy. Never mind all the people they've killed. They're living things too, kinda. Is this a nucleus of snowmen? And shrimp and ladybugs and fucking balls and stuff and apples? We're gonna form a new planet. And that's everything. Tutorial complete. I would imagine there's more audio logs to get. More things to become. More things to find. If you're really that kind of a completionist. Welcome to everything? No, I'm done with everything. I just finished. However, again, this sums it up pretty nicely. And so does this. That was nice. Let's see, how much more Alan Watts is there? There's a little bit more Alan Watts. A little bit more than a little bit, actually. Cool game. Very interesting. Definitely a worthy stream game, and I had a good time with it. It went a little longer than I expected, but you know what? I don't even care. I loved it. I had a great time. Well, loved might be a strong word. I enjoyed it immensely. 8% complete. That's that's like, what, 50 Koroks? No, that's what? 8%. It's like 65 or 70 Koroks, I would imagine. Do the math, 900 Koroks. That's 8% of 900. Like 72? 70-ish? Anyway, great game. Kinda. When I say kinda, I mean it was great, but I'm not sure if it necessarily counts as a game. It's kind of more just an interactive experience. But yeah, it was cool. I hope you enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. We'll do some new stuff now. We're gonna do some other stuff. I might end up going a little bit late tonight because, well, we got caught up with everything. But I'm gonna take a quick break. Be right back with shitty Genesis games because I have some real doozies for you. And then if I don't get to Hello Neighbor, we'll do that again sometime real soon. So, take a quick break. See you in a little bit.